Hello everybody, welcome to a special reaction video on the JayBee and Millie channel. I am JayBee and of course with me is Millie.
Hi.
So today of course we're going to be reacting to Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster, and this is in part to support Joe Sichta's new charity 10,000 Heroes. So I would try my best to explain it, but I'll let him explain with this clip now.
I had this opportunity to uh, help raise money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. There are no kid-focused treatments for leukemia. They're receiving adult treatments at reduced doses. And when I heard that, I was just completely shocked that that was the state. And yet the LLS, Leukemia Lymphoma Society, are ready to go with clinical trials for a new treatment that would remove chemotherapy, would take chemotherapy out of the picture and replace it with a pill-based treatment. So you can get rid of chemotherapy, get rid of all of the terrible health outcomes, because what ends up happening is later in life they have side effects from the treatment. The cure ends up, can even end up killing them. Like you can, survive childhood leukemia and then die from chemotherapy and side effects and immune, suppressed immune systems, organ failure, like all these terrible things kind of end up happening later on down the line. And trying to, get past this terrible era where that's the reality to this new technology where they're able to take a genetic marker from the cancer. They're able to identify the genetic makeup of the cancer in the specific person and create a treatment using stem cells that goes back into them through a pill and goes and attacks the cancer instead of using chemotherapy to kind of chemotherapy to kill everything. You're able to do a super targeted, very specific, bespoke treatment for a very specific person. And the science is in, it works. We're just need the funding to go to clinical trials. So I'm a cancer survivor. I had Hodgkin's disease back in 1998, which is a lymphoma. I'm here today. I survived because of clinical trials. And then over those 30 years between that time the time I got it, there were clinical trials and science and research that was done. People who died with hope that they were in a trial that was going to work, and people who lived that led to it being a really specific treatment that had a very high rate of success. And so I always wanted to find a give back. I always wanted to figure out how I could, pay off that karmic debt of giving back. I never had really figured out a good way to do it, and this opportunity came up to join this program called Visionaries of the Year, which is sort of a sprint to fundraise for the LLS. And I've been sitting around for 6 weeks thinking about it. It's a 10-week program, but I sat around for 6 weeks thinking about it. And they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm thinking. I gotta have a vision. I don't know." And the vision finally showed up. I said, "I'll make something called 10,000 Heroes. If I could," because I did the math. I was like, if 10,000 people gave $100, we could raise $1 million. I'm like, that's fantastic. So as I rolled it around and thought about it for the 6 weeks, now I have 4 weeks left in the program. So we're kind of in this sprint to spread awareness about 10,000 Heroes, see if we can use that sort of ticking clock to get people to donate by May 18th. I'm working on getting a telethon together, like a YouTube telethon, where we bring in all these animation folks and I'll do like Jerry Lewis telethon we used to have here in the States every Labor Day. Like I'll do a 24-hour, podcast kind of YouTube telethon, and every hour we'll bring in new animation crews and voice actors. And I don't even know if I can get this together, but I'm trying to get it together by May 11th, which is 2 weeks away. So sometimes just throwing things together, it works, and we'll see if I can pull that off. But I'm really going to keep the campaign going. It's starting to resonate. I'm getting some traction. I've also got Mattel on board. They've come on board as corporate partners with me in the program. They don't really do fundraising, but they do give away toys and products to kids who have illnesses, and they have a fabulous program through Play It Forward. That's their charitable arm, and they have a Barbie who's called Brave Barbie, and she's bald. Her hair comes off, and you can see like a kid who's going through chemotherapy can see a Barbie that looks like them and can understand that they're beautiful no matter what, hair or no hair. And they've given 100,000 of Brave Barbies away over 10 years. And so it's a program that like a lot of people don't even know exists. It's such a great program, and there's such great people running that over at Mattel. So partnering with them has been great. connecting them to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society because they didn't know each other. So I'm just sort of connecting dots where I can, and then reaching out into connections that I have, friends in my network that are on a corporate level, looking for corporate donations on sort of that level, looking for grassroots donations just through my own social network and throughout the animation community, gathering those folks together. I'm sort of just doing everything I can do to within my sphere of influence to try to figure out how I can help, what I can do. So the next 4 weeks are sort of this campaign that we're on, but really I'm going to keep extending and growing out 10,000 heroes. The long tail of it is we're going to go 10,000 heroes. It'll eventually become 100,000 heroes, and then we'll have 1,000,000 heroes. Like letting this thing evolve over time, and we're just in the earliest days of getting that going. But the immediate ask is anybody who hears this message or knows anyone who's been touched by leukemia, lymphoma, and be willing to donate. Of course, we'll take any donation size, but the math is, if you can donate $100, be one of our 10,000 heroes, it'll help us raise $1,000,000, and it'll go right to running these clinical trials. And we're going to end chemotherapy for kids with cancer. I mean, there couldn't be a better cause. And it would literally change the world, save millions of kids from this horrible, horrible process, and create a bespoke treatment for leukemia that should have always been here. It existed. Blows my mind that it doesn't, but I'll be damned if I'm going to get off this earth before I don't do everything I can to try to make that happen. So I'm super passionate about it and into it. And the people at LLS are fantastic. They're just such a great group of people. So I'm trying to help them tell this story, find this reach, and raise these funds. Only thing standing between us and the cure is the money. So let's go get the money. Let's figure it out.
So yeah, we'll leave all of those links in the description down below. If you can't donate immediately now, please just make sure to spread the word. Make sure to share all those links as much as you can. We really will appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Oh, those are the moray eels. There's Joe Sichta. That's awesome. I always wonder what it's like to be on a person that works in movies and just see your name in the credits.
There's 3 times.
I just think that would just be so cool. This is all really cool. Like the atmosphere of the loch.
I was thinking that. It's kind of chilling in a way, like it's a warm day and I'm kind of getting chills watching it. As a big Daphne fan, what was your initial thoughts here?
I'm happy.
Can you see the link?
I think as far as you can, I think they've designed Shannon really well. And the voice is consistent. I think their hair's quite different, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think they've matched the colour palette as well with the purple and green and everything. It's nice.
This, though, I think is ridiculously, Americanized. If there's any weather in England where someone would just dive full body into UK weather, nah. Oh, see, this is so cool. This is some of my favourite bits, just the scope of the monster. Before it has to be all Shaggy Scooby fun, this is quite a nice scene to set it all up. I think really cutting it from just that shot of the violin to there would have been cool. Oh, see, this is great. Because the Loch Ness part of Scotland is cool, but just to get all the Highlands and stuff.
I really like the cold opening, and then to this, it's that Scooby formula that I love. I do think that cold opening was really eerie. And then this also does remind me of when we drove up to Scotland, so I can see it.
Oh, see, that was before...
that's set up early, I like that.
That was before Velma was like, nothing's real.
Look, did you see the picture on the back of the book as well?
Pembroke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's from the book that Joe Sichta showed us. See, that's cool. That must be part of the 3D integration as well, just that water effect. It's Dell. Oh, and the Loch Ness is a question mark. Oh, I do feel like I'm watching this for the first time.
That is iconic Scooby, I love that.
That's crazy. I do like how they've done that, and the 3D really hasn't aged badly at all. I think it always adds to the uneery, unsettling vibe of it, it sticks out from everything else.
I hadn't realised how much she reminds me of Velma. Same hair colour, and then reverse the red and orange. She has like a very red toned top and then a light orange kind of
I
trouser.
think it is a Joe Sichtaism, because in that original pitch book, I don't know if they ever say it here, but her character's meant to be from History Inc. So I think if it was more in line of his original idea, there would have been more obvious parallels between them. Does haggis look like that? I don't think I've ever tried it. Have you seen it?
I've never seen it. Let me Google a picture of it for you now.
I don't know if Shaggy and Scooby would have turned that down. I mean, maybe.
Oh no! Oh no! It does look like that.
It looks like if a potato was a living creature and someone brutalized it. Maybe send that to me so I can add it into the video.
I'm sure that's meant to be like an intestine or something that's filled with stuff.
That's what he said. No.
I would pay so much to stay in this castle. Wouldn't you?
No.
Why
Not with
not?
the Loch Ness monster knocking about.
You wouldn't want to see the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, in a museum or in Jurassic Park, not right up
No,
close.
I'd be fully there for it.
No.
Unless we're completely lost, the kitchen should be right around the corner.
You would not.
Do you know? You can't tell me
You've
wouldn't.
told me how you'd react if you were in any given horror movie, and you're telling me you'd have a great time with the Loch Ness monster cutting over.
Yeah.
No.
100%. If this castle was a real place, we know that it's based off a real castle, but if it was a castle on the edge of the loch, and I could get to it, realistically I would.
Your only chance of survival would be to physically grab me by the shoulders and throw me in the way of it.
Well, these survive, don't they?
Yeah, but they've got hammer space and chase scenes and... Oh, I wouldn't survive a chase scene, look at me.
No, but that's you practically saying that you wouldn't go to the Loch Ness because there's the possibility of the monster. All I'm saying is if this castle was a real place on the edge of the loch, I would go.
Okay, yeah, we would go, but I'd take out life insurance. See, that's classic Scooby.
It is. There's a lot about this that is that classic formulaic Scooby. And it's sometimes...
Oh, like this, like the intro.
Sometimes that classic stuff is what you need. I think it's why the Gourmet Ghost was so striking when that came back, is sometimes you just need that classic feel again, and I think that's what this movie gives you.
No crossovers, no gimmicks, no Disneyland, just simple-ish mystery, but with I don't want to say a butt ton on this video, but a ton of charm, ton of love, ton of laughs.
And what we're about to get, what so many
Music.
Scooby movies miss right now, like you said, music.
Oh, like this scene alone.
This is my favourite Scooby moment, I think, of all time.
And it is cinematic as well, you know,
Oh,
both
it's
in
brilliant.
scope and style. Like hanging onto something. I just love how the lyrics line up. The only crime is that this isn't on like Spotify or YouTube Music. Like people have posted
Yeah, I would
it,
listen to
but
this as a
just
genuine
an
song.
album clean version of this. You could keep it together. Oh, it's so good. Picture.
Oh, that's stunning. I like that.
That sounds like a watercolor. Oh, that's it. Drum the Josh shit. Drum the Josh shit. How do you say the last bit of that?
Careful.
Sounded like drum the Josh shit. Drum the Josh shit. No, I can't do it.
Bessie would be happy and healthy and minding her own business, man.
Del Simper. Do we ever find out who switches that? Like, I guess we know who the villain is, but that hand I don't think seemed to correlate. Huh.
That might be a question for Sichta. Who was it that flipped
Yeah.
that?
Like schoolboy, buddy. I've got a feeling we're not in Coolsville anymore.
That was the Wizard of Oz reference that Christopher Keenan was speaking about. I think because of the Brothers Forever song being so iconic, I sometimes forget that this song's
Me
here,
too.
but like it is still a banger.
Why do the two next to him look like something from Star Wars? Not Star Wars, Star Trek.
It's like, they almost reminds me of the Orville.
Would you
This is
do
amazing.
this?
I would do this. I don't think I'd be allowed with my brain stuff, but I would do this.
Does it not scare you after what happened with the thing last year?
No, not if it was a reputable submarine. This
That was
reminds me
meant
of
to
Spy
be.
Kids. Nah, I think that was a cowboy one. But this though, just the concept of taking this underwater, I think if they hadn't have done this, it would have been such a wasted opportunity. But this is just so cool. See, this I'm not sure I would do. Like, get out in, like, cave like this.
Really?
They might answer.
Oh no, I don't think I could.
Surely you've got a better chance against the Loch Ness monster on land than in the
No.
not ocean, but like loch.
Not me. With my previous training and stuff, my years in the boatyard and whatnot, like, I think I could outmaneuver the monster in the water. On land, I've got 2 left feet. Flipping out. Poor Fred. Oh, I love how they've done that.
Me too.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Row your
This is
boat
iconic.
Shaggy and Scooby, can you guys hear me? You're right on top of it.
Gee, like, thanks for the compliment. Hey, Scoob, Thelma says we're right on top of things.
No, Shaggy, listen, it's really beneath you.
You know, I've always thought being live bait was beneath us too.
Oh wow. What are you laughing at?
What do you mean? Oh wow.
Well, they just dominated that boat.
Throw me a line. I can't swim.
We've got to do something.
Who lives on an island and can't swim?
Technically, we live on an island, JayBee.
Yeah, I
We all
can
live on an
swim.
island.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's from Scotland, so he's on an island.
It's not like a typical island, the United Kingdom. It's massive.
There's always water about there. I think it's so crazy how the second that one's picked up, it just like dies. It's the 2 doofuses. Rawr.
Off into the lock.
That seems like so much exercise.
Lazy.
Please welcome Miss Daphne Blank.
Woo!
Another Pembroke Hawks, that's all it is.
But where's it coming from?
Oh, this is amazing. I wish that I could see. I do want to see some Loch Ness Monster documentaries now.
Send the signal.
No.
There's got to be something on YouTube.
Work ahead of us.
Oh, that is the big 3.
Her again.
I do want to see these 3 just go off together and explore the loch.
Maybe I'll dive into the realm of fan fiction.
And none of this would have been possible without you meddling kids.
Oh. No, I do love that. Oh, it's over. And the credit song. I think they made the right choice.
Take a look behind you.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so that was our reaction to Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. We do hope you enjoyed it. Of course, we apologise if there were any hiccups in that. This is our first time using this thing. I'm too technically incapable of doing like reaction videos the way other people do it, so we quite literally do have a portable DVD USB rigged into a laptop and it's screen recording on OBS. So if anyone does have some better advice on how we can do these in the future, please do let me know in the comment section. And of course, check out 10,000 Heroes. Please consider donating, and if you can't donate, please do share the link around and spread the word about this amazing cause. Now, we are going to be promoting this in 3 special parts. This first one that you've just watched being the reaction. We're also going to be doing a review and an interview, so please do keep an eye out on the channel for that. So yeah, if you do want to see more, then please like, comment and subscribe.
JayBee and Millie.